The summer sun hung heavy in the air, casting long shadows across the empty halls of Crestwood High. Emily, a 16-year-old girl with wild curls and a spirit that echoed her carefree laughter, found herself alone in the school. Her friends had dared her to film the latest TikTok challenge, a ghost hunting spree through the darkened corridors. She had hesitated, but the thrill of popularity was intoxicating. As they gathered in the dimly lit gym, phones ready, they laughed and pushed each other, the sound of their giggles echoing off the walls. The challenge was simple: explore the school and find the ghost rumored to haunt the science lab. Little did they know, something far more sinister lurked beyond the doors. They entered the lab, the air thick with the smell of chemicals long forgotten. Shadows danced as their phone screens flickered. Then the first scream pierced the air. A girl stumbled back, her phone clattering to the floor. Outside, chaos erupted. The ground shook and the windows rattled. They rushed to the window, hearts racing, only to see a horrifying sight. Animals, once familiar, twisted into grotesque parodies of their former selves. Dogs with spines that twisted like corkscrews, birds with eyes bulging and feathers falling out. The world outside was no longer safe. Panic set in. They locked the doors, the reality of their situation sinking in. They were trapped. The challenge had turned into a nightmare. Hours passed, filled with whispers of fear and regret. They clung to each other, the sounds of scratching and growling echoing from outside. Emily's heart pounded as she recalled the latest news. Strange mutations had been reported across the country, but they thought it was a prank. Now, it was their reality. One girl suggested they create a distraction and try to escape. They gathered supplies, a few chairs, a broken desk, even a fire extinguisher. As they prepared, Emily felt a strange shift in the air. It was as if something was watching them, waiting. The moment came. They flung open the gym doors, adrenaline surging, and bolted. Outside, the mutated animals prowled, their eyes glinting with hunger. They sprinted toward the chain-link fence where a group of soldiers was stationed. Relief flooded Emily's veins. Help was close. But as they reached the fence, a terrible realization dawned on her. The soldiers stood still, weapons raised, faces hidden behind masks. "Stop!" one shouted, but it was too late. The girls rushed forward, desperate for safety. Then Emily saw it. The soldiers weren't there to save them. They were there to contain them. As the girls were pulled back, she caught a glimpse of the soldiers' faces. They were not human. Their features were twisted, just like the animals outside. Emily's scream echoed as she was dragged away. In that moment, she understood. The challenge hadn't just trapped them inside the school. It had unleashed something far worse. The world wasn't ending. It had already ended, and they were the next step in the horror that was about to unfold.